everyone, and welcome back to This Bed We Made. For this playthrough, our second playthrough of this game, we are going to be mainly focusing on, well, for one, making sure to pick Andrew, and for two, we're going achievement hunting and try to see all the endings and sides that we can. I'm trying to follow a guide. It's a little confusing. I don't think I need to clean anything or remove anything until we find the body. Because then we can, like, clean everything at the last second and we don't have to, like, waste our time trugging through each of the chapters. Or I say chapters, but I don't really know if there is chapters.
Let's keep moving.
I'm probably going to cut out a lot as well. We'll try to keep it as cohesive as we can. The game is laggy. Why does it do that? I hope it's snowing this time.
Here.
And if we listen now...
So each maid has her assigned floor.
Yes, that.
I wonder who this is.
You were working on the 5th floor last week.
Well, the usual girl, Sophie. She had to take some time off. So Linda...
We're almost there.
...asked me to cover for her.
We did take time off to take care of our mother. And then this dude, not this one, but the next one, was one of the deviants. Being dressed as a woman from the raids that are happening right now for gay people. Awful, by the way.
Here we
Can
go.
go on break?
I guess with what we're gonna be doing, we gotta look at every note. So I will be doing that, but I'm gonna leave all the cleaning alone for now.
I'm guessing you've seen better days.
I don't know if these
You're
are
obviously still
important.
important to someone.
I feel like anything's important. So we're gonna keep an eye out for everything that we've seen before. I'm not gonna read them, but if she needs me to zoom in, you know what I mean? Zoom in and look at it and have her talk about it, then I will. But otherwise, I think we're just gonna keep it pretty simple. We don't need to read. We know most of the stuff. This dude's like also in debt. I wonder what this dude has in relation to everyone else on this floor. And I honestly don't remember where everything is, so we'll try to keep an eye out. But we're gonna pick up Andrew, and I'll show Andrew scenes, of course, because that's the whole other reason we're doing this. And I hope you guys just enjoy the ride of seeing Andrew's side and seeing how we can actually solve the mystery properly this time. Sophie's humming is so cute because I turned this off by accident earlier. Like I said, we're gonna leave everything alone. And maybe try to see things that we missed in conversations around us, even. That did sound like a door slammed. I thought it was a gunshot before.
Hey there. So, who's sleeping?
Sleep... what?
You were whispering just now on the phone. So I thought maybe Eugene or Bobby were napping in the break room again.
Oh, yeah, no. It's Jacques and Wendy. They were, in the middle of something.
Ugh, it's so awkward when they start making out like no one's watching. Get a room. We literally work in a hotel.
I guess we could also see other options here. I tried to ignore them.
Oh, I try not to pay attention to them.
I just find the sucking noises hard to ignore, you know?
Ooh.
But that won't be an issue today, of course. Every sound is being drowned out by the phone's constant ringing.
Because of the storm?
You have no idea. You're the only person I've talked to today that hasn't mentioned the blizzard. I mean, until now.
Oh. Sorry.
Nah, it's all right. I guess I'm just looking for something else to talk about. Anything else.
Oh, we can have the options to still talk about it.
Well, I do have some gossip about Jacques and Wendy.
How dare you not lead with that? What's going on?
When you called, I wasn't whispering because they were making out. They were fighting.
Oh, this is entertaining. I mean, oh no, why?
I'm not completely sure, but it sounded like Linda had something to do with it.
Ugh, that bitch.
Beth?
Trust me, she deserves it.
Jocks is to blame. Did we ask why does everyone hate Linda before? Oh, let's Jocks is to blame.
I don't think Linda should take all the blame. Jacques really isn't being fair to Wendy either.
Oh, you're absolutely right. It's terrible for Wendy that her fiancé has the backbone of a snail.
You shouldn't say that.
Oh my god, Beth, I
But
love
it's
you.
true. Even the way he walks, I swear.
Beth, he could come back any second now. Can we just... Didn't you say you needed my help with something?
Oh yeah, right. Wanna guess what?
We said this one, so we'll say, did you see a mouse?
Did you see a mouse again?
You make it sound like that would be no big deal.
It would. Wouldn't it?
Well, what if it was a rat?
Didn't you tell me you were raised on a farm? Those little creatures shouldn't scare you.
Ugh, that doesn't make them any less disgusting.
So, is there one or not?
No rodent is involved, thank God. A nice gentleman decided it was time to redesign the lobby and helped us by knocking over that vase on his way out of the hotel.
Thank you, Paul.
That's it?
I would do it myself, but the last time I tried to...
Making sure guests are happy is my job, after all. You don't seem to care whether I'm happy.
Our first snooping.
Listen, if Wendy wasn't doing her job, that'd be another story, but I can't just fire her without good reason.
What if she stirred up trouble among the staff? Would that be a good reason?
Curiosity killed the cat.
Oh, Andrew, hi. I'm sorry, I was just...
Spying on our manager?
No, I heard something, and I...
Hey. It's okay, I'm just pulling your leg. I'm sorry I scared you.
I'm not used to having people around me while I work.
Yeah, you're always working alone up there, aren't you? I actually think it's the first time I've seen you down in the lobby. Don't tell me you've been sent to clean up after the Valentine's Day ball.
I think we asked, were you there during the ball? So we'll say, I heard it was a disaster?
I heard the girls talking downstairs. Apparently guests went wild.
More like unhinged. Mrs. Wilson almost broke a chandelier, and we kept finding chewed up olives in the weirdest
Ew.
of places.
I hope the rooms won't reflect that.
I hope that too. For your sake. You must see plenty of weird stuff while you're cleaning.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you found in a guest's room?
Alright, we said something about pennies. Do we want to go gross or something about you? Let's do something about you.
Well, there was this lady who had a love letter addressed to someone I know.
What? No way. Who was it?
You.
You're messing with me.
It was worth seeing your face turn red.
Oh,
Wow.
that's cute.
You got me.
Oh.
I better go help Beth. It's hell here with the snowstorm.
It's okay. I need to,
Why are we
Yeah,
so awkward?
alright. Take care.
We're
You
so
too.
awkward.
Endless letters of advice and things. Raymond, what have you got? He wants you to lower the room price. Make sure the hotel stays accessible to everyone.
Raymond is his
I can
brother?
hardly believe you two are from the same family. In the States, you'd be sent to jail for those communist ideas.
Oh.
I hope you're not considering listening to him. Okay.
It's so nice seeing the actual snow this time around outside, because before I had a glitch where it wasn't working.
Sadly.
Okay, our first save will be making sure Andrew falls to his death, but I'm gonna make a save here because I don't know if I'll like the option, because we're gonna try to he's gonna be our little friend.
Yes, certainly.
So we won't clean it to get the trophy of him falling. Sorry, Andrew.
Hold it, please.
Oh, he hurt his hip.
Andrew, are you okay?
Yeah, it's just... I slipped on the puddle by the restrooms.
Oh, I'm sorry. I probably should have cleaned that.
Oh, no, it's my fault. I should have asked Eugene to repair the leak.
Which floor?
Oh, 6th. Thanks.
Alright, okay, that wasn't so bad. I thought he was gonna fall, like,
What's the
miss
big
the
rush?
elevator.
I need to bring this to our VIP guest. The one who rented the entire floor.
Oh, is it that British man I keep hearing about?
I don't remember what I asked before. Isn't he famous?
He's sort of a celebrity, isn't he?
He sure acts like one. I wouldn't want to be that poor assistant he keeps shouting at.
I wish I was assigned to clean his room. Can you imagine the weird things I'd find?
Be careful what you wish for. I wouldn't be surprised if the man kept a few skeletons in his closet.
Can't you tell me who he is?
I've never actually met him. I always talk to his assistant. Only Bernard knows his identity. I do have a suspicion, though.
Oh?
But I'm not sure I should say it.
Can't you at least give me a hint?
Okay, let me think. Whew. Saved by the bell.
Hey, come on. Don't leave me hanging.
Let's just say I like to prolong the suspense.
Wait. Is that the hint?
Who knows?
Fair enough. Have fun up there.
You too.
Andrew's funny.
What is this?
This seems really shocking to see first thing, but after getting to know Paul through his messages, it's kind of understandable. He's just lonely and misunderstood, and I do feel bad. Alright, and we're definitely going to be choosing Andrew for this section.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking. What can I do for you on this very fine day?
I need Andrew's help.
Beth, it's Sophie. Can I speak to Andrew, please?
Yeah. Hold on. Andrew? Andrew?
I'm here. Clarington Hotel reception desk. Andrew speaking.
Hey, are you okay?
Hey, Sophie. Yeah, it's just... my trip to the 6th floor took longer than expected.
Oh, I'm sorry to add to your plate, but I really need your help.
Sure. What's up?
I think Mr. Spade's stalking me while I work.
Mr. Spade? Why would he...
He caught me snooping, Andrew! He caught me snooping!
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but sometimes when I clean the rooms, I get a little curious and, you know, snoop through our guest stuff.
Oh. And Mr. Spade caught you in the act?
Yes.
He took pictures of me. I found them hanging over the bathtub. He set up a kind of dark room. I think we should call the police.
Whoa, slow down a minute.
But...
Sophie, there are pictures of you invading our guest's privacy.
But I didn't steal anything. I was just snooping, I swear.
I believe you. But others might not. With those pictures, It could really blow up in your face if a guest were to complain about missing items.
True. That's why I threw them out in the last playthrough. I could throw the pictures out.
I could always throw them out.
Well, that's one way to deal with it, I guess. You said you found the pictures hanging over the bath, right? Were they still wet?
I wouldn't say wet, but a little damp, yeah.
Okay. So you must have developed them fairly recently.
What are you getting at?
Well, the pictures you found were left there to dry, but he could have developed more of them in an earlier batch. He wouldn't have left them in the bathroom, though. Probably stored them somewhere dry.
Andrew's so smart. There is a safe.
Well, I didn't look through the entire room, but there is a safe here.
That would certainly be a good place to store pictures.
Do you have the safe combination then? I'm pretty sure it's locked.
Maybe I can... Give me a sec. Shoot.
What?
Bad news is, I can't find the combination list. Good news is, we can probably do without it. Most guests write their code down to make sure they don't forget it. So, say you wanted to look for it, I could keep an eye out and call you if I see our mysterious photographer return.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
Oh, and Andrew?
Yes?
Please keep this between us.
Of course. Don't worry about that.
I like how soft his voice is. The bookworm! Alright, we're gonna scour through this entire room and touch everything, but we're not gonna clean anything. And then we'll look at the combination. This is Lindsay, by the way. This is who Paul likes. Loves, even. Oh, it's so sad.
Is he here?
Who? Oh, Mr. Spade? No, he's not.
Andrew? You said you'd call if he was coming back to his room.
Right. I did, right. Sorry about that.
Oh my god, Andrew. I nearly had a heart attack when I heard the phone ring.
I'm so sorry, Sophie. I couldn't help but check in. Did you find more pictures of you?
No, I haven't. But I did find something else.
What is it?
He's got a kind of yarn map of Montreal on the wall.
Whoa. Like they have in the movies? What is he tracking?
Me, I think. The map's marked at a couple of spots. They're all places I visited recently.
Jesus. Did you... have you found anything on him?
I found some evidence that points to his real name being Paul Morgan. Mr. Spade must be an alias.
The Maltese Falcon!
What?
I can't believe I didn't notice it earlier. The Maltese Falcon. It's a book centered around a private investigator named Sam Spade.
What?
You don't think Mr. Morgan's a PI too, do you?
Well, if he is, he's not exactly being subtle about it. It's like being a spy and using James Bond as a pseudonym.
James who?
Never mind. It's from another book. Did you find anything else?
That's funny. We wouldn't have realized that until later in Best Route because she doesn't read books. But Andrew's little thing is that he reads books, so that's really cool. We know later on that Mr. Spade is actually pretending because he wants to do acting, and he gets really into his role.
He seems to have spent some time in a psychiatric hospital.
Oh, he did? Well, a lot of people do, really. More than you'd think. It's not that weird. What does he suffer from?
According to his file, insomnia, anxiety, memory loss.
He's probably been through some pretty traumatic events.
We know that?
So is that all you found, then?
I discovered an army picture taken in Belgium in 1944. I think he was in World War II.
That would certainly explain his symptoms. Imagine all the horrors he must have seen. Do you know which division he was in, by any chance?
The 99th Infantry, I think.
The Battle Babies.
The Battle Babies?
That's a weird nickname.
That's because because most of the soldiers in the 99th were inexperienced. Still, they fared well against the Germans. Got medals of honor and everything.
See, we didn't have all these options before with Beth.
I think he may have pawned his Medal of Honor. I found a pawn shop slip in his room.
Really? He must have been in dire need of money then. Most veterans wouldn't part with their medals so easily.
Well, a room at the Clarington isn't exactly cheap.
Yeah, not anymore. I hope he'll be able to get it back. Did you, find anything else?
That's all.
I'll know more once I open the safe.
Wait, you figured out the combination already?
It took some work, but yes.
Wow. You're a resourceful gal, aren't you?
I have my moments.
Well, I'll leave you to it then.
Okay, I'll call you back.
Please do. And I won't call again unless Mr. Morgan returns. For real this time.
I'm less stressed because I know no one else will come up here. I know nothing else will happen. I didn't know I looked at everything. I didn't even open this yet.
Locked. There has to be a key somewhere.
I forgot to keep this letter for last because that triggers the phone call, I think. But yeah, we managed to look at
if I didn't write everything
a lot of things before the phone call,
and
we got more information than we did with Beth. So that was really cool. Very I like this. Let me just do a few more cleanup stuff and we'll
here.
I say cleanup stuff, but like we need to look at a few more things. And then we'll open the safe and move on to the next section. I don't know how she knew all this.
In a psychiatric hospital. And it looks like you left with a long list of diagnoses and prescriptions.
Was it because of the meds we found instead?
Date of discharge, 1957. 57.
Or does it remember things we did in the previous save file, which would be very weird if so.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Andrew speaking.
It's me.
Oh, hey. Just a sec. Beth, could you cover for me?
Again?
Pretty please? Sorry about that. So, I take it you opened Morgan's safe. What was in it?
Actually, I need your help again.
Of course. What's up?
I found out Mr. Morgan isn't only stalking me, but 2 other people as well.
2 other staff members? Who is it?
No, they're guests. I don't know their names, though. I was hoping you could find them in the logbook.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Are you alright?
Of course. Sorry. I'll just need some more info to narrow the search. What do you know about them?
They're a couple.
From what I can gather, it seems they're together.
Okay, so we're probably looking for a room with a double bed then.
Do we have a lot of couples at the moment?
Well, seeing as last Friday was Valentine's Day.
True.
Oh.
So yeah, a lot. I'll need a little more to go on.
Mr. Morgan refers to them as H and M.
It could be initials, or maybe, I don't know, husband and mistress?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah. Wait a minute. There's a couple staying in room 509. Hector and Marcella Cruz.
Hector and Marcella. H and M.
My thoughts exactly.
Alright.
Do you know anything about the cruises?
Well, I was there when they checked in. Handed them a couple pamphlets on tourist attractions. I remember noticing that Mr. Cruz wears the same cologne as my father, but...
Not much to go on.
Yeah, I know. Do you, perhaps, have room 509 on your to-do list?
I do, actually.
Would it be wrong of me to suggest you do some...
Snooping? I guess that's what I'm known for now.
Nah, don't worry. I'm sure we'll find a better legacy for you.
I'll call you if I find anything.
Watch out, alright?
I will. I promise.
Alright, on to the next section. Andrew's cute. Okay, so this is where I'm probably gonna have to make another save to come back to, unfortunately, because I need to get Linda fired this time. Because there's 2 achievements, I believe, to go with this. 3 achievements, but we already got 1. Let me look. Yeah, we need to get Linda fired. Alright, here we go. This is where we need to save. We're going to take the evidence out of Wendy's locker this time and get Linda fired.
Hypocrite bitch? What did Linda do? And to whom? There aren't that many people whose names start with a B around here.
So, hold on. Hold up. Oh, this was her grandfather she talked about, sailing a boat? Okay, we're gonna make a save right here, and we're gonna take out the evidence, from Wendy's locker first. We're throwing it away. Wendy will not get fired, but Linda will. And let's comfort Wendy while we're here. Are we gonna bump into Andrew?
Hey, Sophie.
Oh,
Hey.
hey, Andrew. On break already?
No, not yet. I have to deliver something to our VIP guest.
Again?
Yeah, the requests just keep on coming. What about you? Aren't you supposed to be in 509?
I'm heading up now. I just had to grab Linda's master key before I could continue our investigation.
Ah, gotcha. What a day, huh? Tending to an eccentric VIP guest, discovering, well, what you discovered in 505. Pretty exciting as far as a workday at the Clarington goes.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to put it. That's not all, though.
Guess we'll do this one. I just saw something on
While I was
Linda's
looking for
door.
my keys, I found some graffiti on Linda's door.
No way. What is it?
The words hypocrite bitch in red lipstick. And, I found a red lipstick inside Wendy's locker, so putting 2 and 2 together.
Well, Wendy would have the most obvious motive. You'd have to be living under a rock to miss how Linda's been treating her lately.
Yeah, Linda's been pretty bad to Wendy.
We said that
I'm not
option before,
surprised
but
she snapped.
Remember her birthday? Bobby slipped her a slice of cake from the kitchen, and along came Linda to confiscate it, telling Wendy she was doing her a favor.
What
I
the
don't know
hell?
how Wendy managed to keep her cool.
If it had been me, I probably would have burst into tears.
Yeah. Interpersonal conflict makes for a good read, but in real life it can be a bit much to deal with. You've always been good at staying above it, though. You get along with everyone.
ooh, time to flirt. We're gonna flirt. I do want to flirt, but I'm trying to think about... We don't really get to talk about her mom. I am gonna have to reload this to get another ending to this. Let me check my little guide real quick. Alright, we're not gonna flirt with him. I realized I need to do... because I need to do 2 playthroughs from the save that we just made. So this one we'll just kind of go through and try to get more information about ourselves, maybe. We don't talk about our mom a lot. We mentioned her being sick, but what's actually wrong with her? Yeah, we're probably gonna get a bad, kind of same ending. I was gonna say bad ending. Kind of same ending we did with Beth the first run. But just so we can get one ending from this playthrough. We're kind of gonna make the same, we're gonna go clean at the end, blah blah blah. We'll just do this. It's like my mom always taught me.
I think it comes from my mom. As a nurse during the war,
Ooh.
she had to work with other people in very stressful situations and not let her emotions get the better of her. I don't know if I'm quite at her level yet, though.
Well, if you ask me, I'd say you're doing a great job of following in her footsteps.
Thanks, Andrew.
Well, it was nice to chat. Don't let me keep you, though. I have to head to maintenance anyway. Maybe Eugene can help me find the product our guest of honor is looking for.
Yeah, we both got a lot on our plates today.
I'll be ready and waiting for your updates on H&M. Take care.
You too.
He's adorable. We're gonna go snoop on him though while he's rumbling around. Yeah, isn't there like a rat down here? I'm gonna stay here a little longer than we did with Beth to see what's up.
Oh, no, that was a mouse.
Then there's the mouse.
Here.
I think he's
I should be
repeating.
able to open 509 now.
Alright, let's get back up
Back to the
there and
fifth floor.
start the story. Alright, since we're trying to be a good maid for this playthrough, I'm gonna go clean everything up. I obviously won't show it. Because we need the good route where, I say good route, bad route, I don't know. We need the route where we actually clean everything and get Linda fired.
SW. Looks like you had a few appointments with him, Mr. Cruz. Or her.
SW, who's that? Oh, I almost threw that away.
This person looking for you back in Texas. Was he really just a co-worker?
I wonder if this was Paul Morgan. I wonder if this was Paul Morgan looking for them. My God. Hope we don't answer that. It's so creepy.
Hello? Hello? Andrew? Is that you?
I do wonder if that was Paul Morgan, but why?
Clarington Hotel reception desk.
Andrew?
Hey, Sophie.
Did you just call me?
No, I didn't.
Then who called?
I'm not sure I understand.
Someone just called, and they said nothing. All I could hear was static and breathing.
That's pretty unsettling. Hang on. Hey, Beth, you got a minute? No. Give me a second, Sophie. Okay, so Beth tells me she just patched a call through to 509.
Did she recognize the caller's voice?
Oh, do you think maybe it was Mr. Morgan?
Yeah.
Let me check. Okay, was a male voice, but she's not sure whether it was Mr. Morgan's or not.
Did she notice anything else?
She says it sounded like a bell rang in the background, like an elevator bell. So she assumed whoever was calling was one of our guests.
You didn't see Mr. Morgan come back to the hotel, did you?
No. I get why you're on edge, but
I don't think it's Mr. Morgan.
He could know here in 509. I haven't spoken to anyone about this.
I know you didn't. Can you ask Beth not to patch any calls here for a while?
Yeah, sure thing.
Thanks. I haven't had time to check all of 509 yet, so I better get back to it.
Wait a second. I just remembered something about this morning. I can't believe I didn't think about it before.
What is it?
A few minutes after Mr. Morgan knocked over that vase in the lobby, I saw Mrs. Cruz rush out of the hotel, all alone.
Really? Do you know what time it was exactly?
I think it was a minute or two after 10. What?
I remember hearing a loud noise on the 5th floor right around that time. Like a door slamming really hard.
You think it was her?
Maybe. Did you notice anything weird about her?
I don't know. She passed by the front desk so fast I barely had time to see her. Although...
Yeah?
I've always seen the Cruzes as a pair. I suppose it is a bit odd that she left without her husband. Maybe she was sneaking out. Or maybe she was following Mr. Morgan.
Yeah.
I don't know what sequence of events are happening right now. I also don't think Paul Morgan called the called this room.
Hopefully
I think it's someone
I can
else.
make sense of all of this.
I'm sure you can. Give me a call as soon as you've found something, okay?
Okay. Thanks for the info.
Okay, so she's definitely not being blackmailed here. I messed up on that last time. But let's continue investigating the rest of the room. I could just unlock this right now. Literally could just unlock this right now. But should I? Probably not.
Mrs. Cruz got her personal information. Who could blame you for seeking help?
These scribbles don't look random, but I can't figure out what they mean.
Locked.
Oh, it won't even let
The
you
code is
try.
made up of 4 letters.
It won't even let you try. Okay, let me get back to my maid duties. Oh, okay, so yeah, when we found this earlier, so this was made to be for her, for Marcella, so they can do sexual acts, I'm pretty sure. Brand disinfectant, though. Gallons. Or am I wrong about that? Cleans, deodorizes, disinfects. For feminine hygiene, it does say that. Keep out of reach of children. So yeah, this is supposed to disinfect women. Which is so fucking weird. Weird champ. Back in the day.
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Andrew speaking.
Hey, Andrew. It's me.
Sophie, did you uncover anything in 509?
I did. I found a message written in strange symbols. A kind of secret code.
What? Awesome. Did you crack it?
It says, I will leave notes in the vent next to your room.
In the vent? What an odd thing to do.
Yeah. And whoever the message was intended for went through a lot of trouble to hide it. It was torn in 12 pieces and scattered in 3 different trash cans.
So the Cruzes are keeping secrets from each other. Do you think maybe one of them's having an affair?
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely
Well,
an affair.
That's possible. It's quite obvious they're having marital problems.
What makes you say that?
Couch bed.
I found an apology note, neatly folded next to a room service tray. I think Mr. Cruz wrote it.
Ah,
So he got into an argument with the missus. I bet it's because he never cleans up after himself.
Oh
Most
my
arguments
God.
my parents have revolve around my father being unable to put his dirty socks anywhere near the laundry basket. Turns my mother red with rage. Did you find anything else?
I'm
That's
pretty
bad.
sure the husband was sentenced to sleeping in the living room. I found a pillow and some sheets on the couch.
It's pretty obvious Mr. Cruz is having an affair, right? Mrs. Cruz must have found out.
No.
Hence the apology message and the night on the couch. What do you think?
Yeah.
Mrs. Cruz could be the one having the affair. I found a bank statement from a secret account of hers.
A secret account?
Well, that's my guess. It's in her own name and hidden in her jewelry box.
Why would she have a secret account?
I don't know. To hide an affair with a wealthy businessman or something?
Maybe.
And that's not all. The account was emptied about a week ago. A withdrawal of $5,000.
Whoa. Sounds like someone's planning to run away.
Yeah. I'll go and have a look at the vent that's mentioned in the message. Just to be sure we're on the right track.
Good idea. It's almost break time for me. If you need my help again, you can ask Beth to patch you through to the break room.
All right. Enjoy your break.
Thanks, Sophie.
Crazy that I didn't catch on to that beforehand. But we're on the right track now, obviously.
I will leave notes in the vent next to your room. But which vent?
Okay, this is when we should listen in on...
I should have been on my door for a few minutes.
An hour? Christ. How did they even get that letter?
Wendy must have done too much.
Wendy? What's this obsession of yours with her?
It's not an obsession. I must do it.
Linda.
To get back at me. She thinks it's my fault Jack broke up their engagement.
Do you have any proof?
No. But it's her. I'm sure of it.
Now that's enough. You know what I think? I think you wrote that message.
Very absurd.
Absurd? Earlier in my office, I told you I wouldn't fire Wendy without good reason. So I think you wrote that message.
Ooh.
Well, let me tell you, I've had enough of your little thing. You don't like Wendy? Fine. You won't be seeing her again.
Good. It's about time you listen to me.
You won't be seeing her again because you're fired.
Fired? What's the matter? What about us?
Us? There's no us. Take your things and leave my hotel.
Oh, no.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, Linda's gone. Yikes. Okay, we need to do another achievement here. Another trophy.
It's, Miss Bellavent, isn't it?
What? Oh, Roy.
Oh, right.
So we need to one.
You're the one who took last week off, aren't you? You had to, take care of your sister, I think?
Mother. My mother. She's very sick.
No, I hope this doesn't become a recurring thing. I need to know I can count on you.
I understand, sir.
What are you doing here, anyway? Are you on break?
Okay, we need to lie here. And then we need to lie again later when we come out of Bernard's office for this trophy.
Yes, I am.
Don't take too long.
No, I won't.
What's funny about this scene, though, is that, in the other one where you don't have Linda get fired, is
Oh,
they bang. And it must have been
Sorry.
real quick.
Seems I've made a habit of sneaking up on you today.
Hey, Andrew.
Spying on Bernard again?
No, I'm looking for a screwdriver. For the vent. Linda asked Eugene to fix Bernard's window.
Ah, gotcha.
Eugene?
What the... Maybe you should go have a look. You know what? I'll stand guard by the elevator and holler if Bernard approaches.
Okay, thanks. I'll be quick.
Okay, since we fired Linda, I wonder how this will play out with Eugene stuff. Oh, I wonder if we can even get the achievement I'm trying to get, because we are going to flub up our line. I'm going to make a save here and just reload it when I flub up my line, just so we don't
Opposing something that could have... So, I take it the open window was not an accident. Can't say I blame you, Eugene.
Alright, we need to throw this away. We need to clean this up. We need to
Let's get you
pick
to that.
this up, and we need to close
This
this.
blizzard, Bernard's office will be a skating rink by the end of the day. Best to avoid that.
Oh, yeah, let me
Do you
leave.
remember that loose tile from last week? Yes. Well, I'm afraid it hasn't been properly repaired.
What do you mean?
I mean that, it's still broken, sir. Someone put a rug on top of it, but you can still hear it crack. I'm just checking to make sure guests don't trip over it.
Is that part of your job description?
No. No, it isn't, sir.
Oh, well, then I suggest you stop worrying about Miss Belivet. What
That's
were
not
you
my name.
doing in my office?
We're gonna lie.
I was simply closing the door. Someone left it ajar.
Really? But that doesn't explain what you're doing on this floor. You know very well the cleaning staff isn't supposed to wander around the lobby for no reason. You wouldn't be lying to me, would you, Miss Belivet?
No.
Yikes.
No, I swear,
It's my fault, sir.
Oh!
I spilled my coffee, and so I asked Sophie to come clean it up.
Your coffee? Mr. Rossi, you're not supposed to have
Yikes.
beverages at the front desk.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Come with me.
No! Andrew!
sorry.
He took the fall for me. We'll listen in.
Now, there was a problem with the window, but it seems Eugene fixed it. Now, as I was saying, I'm a little worried about you, Andrew. Oh? Well, you know I appreciate your efficiency. I've told you that before, but you're so uptight. Cigarette? No. Thank you, sir. I don't smoke. You see, that's what I'm talking about. Your perfect choir boy routine works well with guests.
Choir boy
What about
routine.
outside of work? Do you ever unwind?
Of course I do, sir. I like to read and go to the movie theater and...
No, that's not what I mean. Do you have any lady friends? You're not a homosexual, are you?
No, sir. Actually, there's a girl here that I quite like.
Really? Well, I wouldn't usually condone relationships between staff and guests, but...
No, she's not a guest. She works here.
Oh, Andrew. Some of the women here may be good looking, but trust me, a working woman's nothing but trouble. Once they get their first job, they start having all these funny ideas about women's liberation. Just look at Elizabeth. Well, she's very easy on the eyes, isn't she? But marry her, and she'll push you around for the rest of your life. No, what you need is a nice girl to wait for you at home with a good meal cooking on the stove. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, I guess.
You know what? I get all these resumes from young women looking for their first job.
What the fuck?
Some of them even leave a picture. Why don't you take a minute to look at them? I'm sure if you find one you like, you could convince her she doesn't need to work after all.
Well, she would kind of have to. I don't mean to complain, sir, but I couldn't possibly support 2 people with my current wages.
Oh, well, if you find yourself
Well-
a girl you like, I'll give you a raise. How does that sound?
Okay. I guess I'll have a look.
Then go ahead.
What? Right now?
Yes, right now. There's no time like the present, is there?
What the fuck?
Aren't they nice?
Aren't they
Yeah,
nice?
very nice. Yeah.
What the hell is this? We're keeping that. Okay,
Time
whatever.
to see what secrets that vent is holding.
Is Beth here?
Oh? Oh. No, you're right. That shouldn't be there. I'll have someone... No, we don't offer that service, unfortunately. Yes, it would be nice if we did, but we don't.
Bernard still leaves these around the front desk? Guess he didn't hear Beth when she swore she'd burn the place to the ground next time she had to suffer through one of his sermons.
Alright. Let's get back to the task at hand. That was actually really funny. What the heck?
Oh, I guess I'm free to disturb room
Oh,
508
right.
now.
How did the crying happen? How is everything in here? I guess there's still tissues because she cried. She didn't have any evidence. Well, that was pretty easy.
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Andrew speaking.
It's me.
Hey, you got anything good for me?
Oh yeah, did you get in trouble earlier even though we snooped?
Yeah, but I also wanted to thank you for saving my skin earlier.
Oh, no problem.
I hope I didn't get you into too much trouble.
I wasn't in trouble, per se, but I did have a pretty awkward conversation with Bernard.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, don't worry. It was just weird. He asked all kinds of personal questions. That's just so unlike him, you know? But it's alright. I'd rather have that than his usual servants. Anyway, did you manage to open the vent? What was in it?
I found another message written in secret code.
And?
It says, "Meet me tonight in my room. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss our plan."
Who's Michael? A guest's husband?
I don't know. It's the first time I'm hearing of a Michael in this story.
Yeah, the cast keeps getting bigger. I'll just check the logbook. There's a Michael staying in room 507.
Mrs. Beaumont's room? But she doesn't have a husband. She's here alone with... Oh, Michael must be her son. I got him some extra blankets the other day so he could build a fort.
That's really nice of you. So, Mrs. Beaumont is linked to the cruises, huh? I have a feeling we may be approaching the climax of this story.
I guess I should go have a look at 507, but it's not on my list. There's a do not disturb sign on the door.
How about I call up there? You know, to make sure no one's home.
Good idea.
Just a sec. Well, it looks like the room is ready for your snooping, my lady.
Thank you, good sir. I'll call you back.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Andrew speaking.
Hey, Andrew.
Sophie, crazy timing. I've got something for you.
Oh, what is it?
I heard a certain Mr. Cruz and a Mr. Morgan had an argument yesterday evening.
Really? Who told you that?
Jacques did. Apparently, it got so heated he had to get involved.
Oh.
And it sounds like we were on the right track, because he heard a particular word thrown around quite a lot. Can you guess what it is?
Affair.
Exactly.
How bad was the fight?
I think Jacques got in the middle of it before it got too intense, but he said Mr. Cruz looked like he was about to kill Mr. Morgan. So Mrs. Cruz must be having an affair with him, right? And her husband found out?
Maybe, but that doesn't explain Mrs. Beaumont's involvement with Mrs. Cruz.
What do you mean?
I found a chest in room 507. I think it can only be opened by turning 2 keys at once. I found one of them in Mrs. Beaumont's things.
What about the second one?
Well, I remembered seeing a similar key in one of Mr. Morgan's stocking pictures, so I went back to check. Mrs. Cruz wears it as a pendant. It looks identical to Mrs. Beaumont's key.
Let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz own identical keys that open a chest with 2 locks? Okay, there's definitely something going on between them.
We'll do this one.
Yeah, but the answers probably lie in that chest, and I don't think I'll be able to open it. I've looked around room 509. I would have seen the second key if it was there. Mrs. Cruz must have left with it this morning.
Probably.
We were so close. I can't believe it all ends here.
Well, if you get me a candle and some plaster, I may be able to do something about that chest.
How?
I'll tell you later, okay? Just find those things, and I'll meet you in the basement as soon as I can.
All right. Thank you for not giving up.
I would never
He knows
give
the
up
trick
on you.
as well. I would never give up on you, Andrew. I'm not even romancing you this time. We will in a little bit. I am curious though. Room 504. Mapleson. I'm trying to figure out who SW is that shows up with Mr. Cruz's correspondence, because I feel like SW has a bigger role in this than I might think. I'm very curious, but let's get the plaster and go downstairs and finish up some of our finish up this playthrough so we can do the other endings. The majority of the good endings, so to speak.
I usually do this in my office, but, well, it's currently under renovation.
I don't mind being in here.
What the fuck?
It is. If you get the job, it would be all yours. Well, mostly yours. I'd come visit, of course.
Really? Oh, I've never had an office before.
I thought you said you'd been employed as a governess.
I have, but I guess my former employers just didn't think I needed one.
Oh, I think you may have had a point. Hiding that pretty face of yours in an office would be downright criminal.
Well, if you look at my resume, you'll see that...
Have you ever thought of working as a receptionist instead?
I don't think that would suit me. Having to smile all day long sounds, quite exhausting.
That's a pity. You're even prettier when you smile.
Anyways, I like being a governess. Managing the team, making sure everyone does their work on time. I think I'm fairly good at it, too. If you care to look at my resume, you'll see that I've been in charge of many...
Yes. I don't doubt you're very good at your job, but do you have any other, talent?
Talent? Well, I play the guitar.
The guitar?
And I've been told I can hold my own at tennis.
Right. Are you married?
No, I'm not.
Why not? Well, surely men must be all over you.
Yes.
Oh, this is weird.
Yes, sadly they are. I myself prefer the company of women, which is
Oh.
probably why I enjoy managing a team of maids so much. Now, how about we look at that resume I worked so hard on?
Yes. All right.
Wow. Well, we didn't hear about Bernard. Well, we'll get it next time then.
Andrew.
Oh shit!
I hardly recognized you. Guess this is from a different lifetime.
What the hell? I forgot.
Figures that if you were going to break any rules, it'd be the ones about which books you can or cannot read.
List of prohibited books to read. Last Mass, really? An essay concerning human understanding, Madame Bovary. Critique of Pure Reason, Candide. On the Revolutions of the Heavenly Spheres, The Second Sex. Wow, banned books.
What happened to you before you came to Montreal? Why don't you want to go back home?
Hello, my little ravioli. I hope this letter finds you well. I've been thinking about you a lot, praying for you every Sunday and more. You're always on my mind. I hope you still like Montreal. I heard it's getting really cold up there. Don't go out without a jacket and gloves. I know, you always rolled your eyes at me whenever I said that, but frostbites are no joke. I'm hoping you're right back soon. The boys have been asking about you, and even though you think they like to make fun of you, I know they really do miss you. Everyone misses you. Nobody cares about what happened to except you, my darling. Just come home whenever you're done doing what you're doing. I keep telling your father that God had the boldest plans for you and that it's his problem if he can't see that. I've always seen it, my angel. Marcia at the grocery store says, let's go and let God. Let go and let God. What? Let go and let God. I trust your faith, my son. I really do. Wherever it takes you, so long as you find your way back home. I'll cook you a real osso buco when you do. That's something you can't find in Montreal. God is by your side. I love you, Ma. See, religion and parents kind of touches home with me as well. Wonder what happened.
Yes, I've heard.
I'm so sorry, Wendy. I've been such a fool. I can't believe Linda would try to frame you like that.
You can't?
I mean, yes, I can. That's what I'm trying to say. I should have believed you. Do you ever find it in your heart to forgive me?
I don't know if I can.
I understand.
But I can try.
Really? I love you so much.
Oh. Well, they got together.
Coming back to you. This must be Andrew's current read.
Ooh.
Or one of them, anyway.
So that's cool. We get to see our love
Syracuse.
interest.
I guess Andrew went there on a holiday or something.
Oh, little sneak peek in the break room. That's really cool.
There you are.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, I remember reading a spy novel, I can't remember the title, it wasn't that good, in which they used wax and plaster to make a key mold. I'm thinking we could do the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Sure? No. In the novel, they used a special kind of wax, not candle wax. But I think it's worth a shot.
Yeah,
Special kind of wax.
So let's do this, shall we? First step, pour the wax, I suppose? Careful though, the pot's probably hot.
I like how both Andrew and Beth both have their own reasons for knowing how to do this.
That's
I think
it.
that's really cool.
Nicely done. Next step, put the key in the wax, right? Better wait a few seconds before removing it. Looks good. Pretty sure you can take it out now. I think we're almost done. All that's left is to pour the plaster from the cup into the mold.
Or probe.
Good job. So now we wait until it's dry, I guess.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
A few minutes, probably. We can poke it every now and then to check.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
No. But I like it. I feel like I'm in one of those novels I spend my days reading.
I think we'll save this option for when we're romancing him, so let's go with this one.
What have you been reading lately? That's your book there, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a play by Agatha Christie, Witness for the Prosecution.
What's it about?
It's the story of a lawyer who takes on the case of a man accused of murdering an old widow. There's strong evidence against him, but the lawyer is convinced of his innocence.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. Actually, there's a film adaptation of it playing at the theater right now.
Oh yeah, it rings a bell. Have you seen it?
No, not yet. I always prefer to read the book or the play before seeing the film. Hey, how about we go see it together?
Ah! Shit. I said we weren't romancing him, but...
Yeah, I think I'd like that.
Awesome. Lowe's Theater is not too far from here. Why don't we meet after work one of these evenings?
That sounds great.
Oh, look. I think our key double is dry and ready to go.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Well, I'm glad I was able to be of some help. I should get back upstairs, though. I've been gone far too long already. Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and you should probably be careful when you turn it. Otherwise, it could break inside the lock.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Thank you for everything.
You're welcome, Sophie.
I don't think I'll break it, so...
Be careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break.
Well, I don't think it broke. I don't think it broke, but Jesus Christ, it probably should have. With how I freaking turned it. Alright, let's get through these notes, and we'll continue the path like we did the first time.
So this was all a story about star-crossed lovers, with the lovers in question being Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz.
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Actually, I think I can help with that.
Really? How?
Well, some mail just arrived here for Mrs. Beaumont.
Open it!
You've opened it, right?
What? Of course not. I mean, it's illegal.
Aren't you intrigued?
Of course. But I can't just... Oh, alright. I'll open it.
I'm a bad influence on you.
Well,
that's funny.
You've been doing all the snooping so far. It's about time I take a little risk, too.
So, what's in it?
It's a tourism pamphlet for California and 3 train tickets. What do you think this means?
I'd say Anne and Marcella are probably planning to run away from their husbands. Those train tickets must be for them and Michael.
So you're on a first-name basis now, huh?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah, like characters in a book. I have to say, though, I'm still a bit confused as to how Paul fits into all of this.
He was a fan of Marcella.
Turns out he's a big fan of Marcella.
He is? Why?
She writes pulp fiction under his pseudonym. I think her books gave Paul a chance to get out of his own head while he was staying in a psychiatric hospital.
I get it. Books have always been a way to escape for me, too. But why did he have pictures of you?
We'll probably never know.
No, we know!
I think the trail ends
Oh, wait,
here.
we don't know yet.
I guess investigations in real life always have some loose ends. I was kinda hoping we'd have this big third act reveal, to be honest.
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
Oh, just
That's
you wait,
for
Andrew.
sure.
Just you wait.
It helped me understand you better, too.
Oh?
Why you snoop, I mean. Piecing together people's stories, learning what makes them tick. It makes
makes you realize we may have more in common than it seems.
We're not romancing. We said yes to the date, but we're not
You're right.
romancing.
It's a good reminder that there are always reasons for the way people are, even if we can't pick up on them right away.
Yeah. We're all made up of what came before. I'm glad you understand where I'm coming from. Would you come and see me when your shift ends? We could leave together, if you'd like.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
I guess that wouldn't be so bad. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
Oh, I wouldn't be sleeping. I've got a reading list the size of the Eiffel Tower. So it'd be the perfect chance to put a dent in it.
That does sound like fun. I could bring my magazines and, ooh, maybe light some of Rebecca's candles.
Now I kinda hope we do get stuck here.
I just have
Alright,
to
this
finish
is
my
where
tasks for
everything
the day,
goes
and then I
and
can
hits
leave.
the fan. I think we can only get one ending at this point. Yeah, because we need to make sure Paul and or Anne and Marcella go to prison. So we'll just let them both go to prison again. Whoa! Let me close the door. Oh, please let me close the door. What is happening? Oh. Thank you.
Or how did this end up here? Not much use without the rest of the code. Unless those numbers I found in the
Oh, this is the other code of the... Oh, okay, we'll do this next time. Let me finish this route and we'll use this for sure next time. I didn't realize.
Andrew? Where is everyone?
What if I ring the bell? Anyway.
Hey, you're here. I've tried restoring the power, but I think Eugene's the only one with the key to the fuse box, and Sophie? Don't worry, I'll find a way to bring the lights back on. Hey, you look a bit pale. Is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector.
He's back? How's he taking that whole thing with his wife?
You don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Andrew.
Jesus. Maybe you need to sit down, huh? Did you call the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was he sick or something?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You mean... Jesus. Do you think it could be Paul?
Oh, he asked about Paul. I think Beth asked about Anna Marcella.
I found something on Hector that would point to that. Yes.
On Hector? You mean... You've touched the body?
I mean, yes. Kind of.
Okay. Not a great idea, but we'll figure something out. Just maybe don't mention that to the police, hmm? What did you find?
I found out Hector was trying to get some information on Paul. Plus, we know they fought yesterday, so maybe there was another altercation and Jacques wasn't there to intervene this time.
Yeah, maybe it's an accident. Maybe Paul freaked out and fled the scene. He may have spent some time in a psychiatric hospital, but that doesn't mean he's some dangerous psychopath.
Yeah. I understand.
I think I know what
you
you mean. It would be so easy for newspapers to turn this into a cautionary tale on the dangers of crazy people.
Exactly. And it would give Bernard and his pals all the ammunition they need to fight the construction of the new hospital. Those places, they have a bad rep, but the good ones, they can really help people. You know, when I was 19, I studied to be a priest, but I felt so lost. I couldn't enjoy the things I used to like. I could barely get myself out of bed, so I ended up going to a psychiatric hospital. And the doctors, they helped me get back on my feet. But when I returned to my hometown, it was like I had become a complete stranger. My mother kept telling me I was making it worse in my head, but I swear, people were changing sidewalks when they saw me, looking at me as if I was this dangerous creature all of a sudden. That's why I didn't tell you that.
What?
Call it coincidence or fate, but that psychiatric hospital, it's the same one Paul went to. I've met him there, talked to him a bit. I'm sorry I didn't say anything before.
Yo, what?
It's okay. I get why you didn't.
You do?
Oh. Oh, this is so interesting. Our mom has a mental illness. I was wondering when her sickness would come into play.
You know how I tell everyone that my mom's sick, bedridden? Well, it's true, but I always leave out the part about her illness not being physical. I'm ashamed of the truth. So even though I don't know exactly what you went through, I can understand.
Thank you for telling me. I know it's not an easy thing to talk about, but if you ever want to talk about your mom, I'm here.
Aww.
They're here. Promise me you'll be careful with the information you share.
Yeah, of course.
That was really nice. I like seeing the other side of the struggle here, being in having a mental illness.
Miss Roy. Miss Roy.
Oh, sorry. Well, I went to the ice machine to get one.
You're a size 7,
what?
I suppose.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was blood.
Did I walk in the blood?
A lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
Did I leave bloody footprints? I thought I avoided all the blood. For some reason, it said I tampered with the crime scene. I left footprints, even though I didn't. Oh my god, Eugene stayed hired. There's no frickin' pool of water. Awesome.
I'll go empty my locker.
Andrew!
Hey.
Are you okay?
I've just been fired.
What? No,
It's okay. I just need some time to process it. I'll be on the mezzanine if you want to join me afterwards.
Yeah, okay.
I don't understand how they get fired. Are they just meant to get fired?
Miss Roy. Come in. I suppose you know why you're here?
I'm not sure, actually. Your phone call was a bit vague.
Yes, well, I prefer to have this conversation in person. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable. To have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be
I'm assuming
comfortable
this is the
booking a few
same
nights
speech
here
you gave us
and committing
last
such a
run.
horrid act. Things need to change. This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
With me?
Yes. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. Now that Linda's no longer an employee of the hotel, I'm in need of a new governess. Someone diligent and hardworking. Someone who, like me, upholds the Clarington's high standards. Now, if what I've heard from Linda and some of the guests is true, I believe that person might be you. So, what do you say? Will you be the Clarington's new governess?
I prefer... We're not doing that. If it comes with a raise,
Would it
yes.
come with a raise?
I see you're a pragmatist. Yes, it would.
Okay. Then I'll do it.
Now, you have to be aware that this is a very demanding position. Are you sure you're ready for it?
I think... Yes, I am.
Good. I expect you to be here on Monday, first thing in the morning. There's a lot of work to be done before the reopening.
I'm kind of weirded out, though,
all.
so I hope he doesn't try to hit on us and stuff. Poor Andrew. I wonder if there's a way to stop them from getting fired.
Hey.
Hey,
What a week.
you don't say. So what did Bernard want with you?
He offered me Linda's job.
Wow. Congratulations. It's too bad I won't get to see your leadership skills in action.
I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault.
I know, but it's so unfair that I get promoted while you lose your job.
Don't feel bad about it. You need it more than I do.
Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Well, I told him about my time at the psychiatric hospital.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah. He said that didn't fit with the hotel standards and showed me the door.
Why did you mention that?
So, what's next for you?
I think I'd like to be my own boss. No more Bernard looking over my shoulder. I've had this dream for a while of
Aw.
maybe opening a bookstore.
I can't say I'm surprised.
It just makes so much sense. I'd be able to combine the two things I love most, reading books and helping people. Granted, helping people find books is a far cry from helping them find God, but...
My mom likes to say, there's no job too small. Plus, just by the way you're talking about it, it's obvious it'd make you happy. And that's what really matters, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you. I'm really glad I have you in my life.
Me too.
I mean, I guess we could kiss him and do both. We'll just do this one. We'll just do this
What
one.
do you think will happen to them?
Who?
Sorry, my mind wanders sometimes. I meant Paul, Anne, and Marcella. Do you think they'll be released?
What do you think?
I don't know. I wish they'd get a happy ending, but I'm not sure it's that kind of story.
I'd like to believe it is. I think Paul becomes a famed photographer. He gets his own studio and decorates it like a hotel bathroom. As for Anne and Marcella, they move in together. But they keep leaving each other notes in the vents. You know, for old time's sake.
I like it. Maybe you should write that.
Maybe I will.
We're just friends. We friend zoned Andrew. We'll get him next time. We'll look at the slide for being the governess, but otherwise I think everything else will be the same. Moving up the ladder. Oh, he looks so cute. Ah! Andrew's little bookstore. Alright, we are not done. Oh, you can like fast forward it. I'm just gonna skip it. We are not done with this bed we made. I'm sure I cut out a lot. We still have quite a few endings to do. So we're gonna reload a save from when? Oh god, is this our last save? We need to reload the save when we were down here before we wiped away or took away Wendy's stuff. We don't want anyone to get fired this time, I believe. There's still a few endings we haven't gotten, and I'll probably just cut out everything up till this point. But let's reload and start doing it. Yeah, we need to make sure no one gets fired. And I'm gonna have to look at everything else. Did I already go through everyone's lockers and stuff? It doesn't matter. I'll probably skip through it, but just show the Andrew scenes where we flirt with him, because we didn't do that completely. And then we'll get all the endings.
You've always been good at staying above it, though. You get along with everyone.
Alright, here we go. Let's flirt.
I don't think I get along with everyone, but some people are worth getting friendlier with. Like you.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad not everyone around here thinks I'm a complete bore. Wait till Beth hears this.
I want to know who the guest is at on the 6th floor as well, because maybe he has something to do with the murder. Alright, we figured out the coded message. Let's listen in to see what happens with Linda and Bernard. Oh.
I've been waiting for this all I just wondered, did you say anything? What do you mean? You didn't happen to go to the women's locker room, did you? No. Why on earth would I go there?
Ooh. Disgusting. Disgusting. But we did it. We got no one fired.
So, I take it
and
the
since
open
we
window
didn't
was
have,
can't say I blame you, Eugene.
Linda fired, he should not be fired himself, and we'll have a scene of them talking about it, I believe.
Aha! Let's get you to that vent. With this blizzard, Bernard's office will be a skating rink by the end of the day. Best to avoid that.
Yes, I think we've done everything, so let's make sure Eugene doesn't get fired.
Do you remember that blue tile?
Oh, we also will be sure not to get Andrew to slip up.
I'm afraid it hasn't been
Properly repaired.
What do you mean?
I mean that, it's still broken, sir. Someone put a rug on top of it, but you can still hear it crack. I'm just checking to make sure guests don't trip over it.
Is that part of your job description?
No. No, it isn't, sir.
Well, then I suggest you stop worrying about Miss Belivet. What were you doing in my office?
And we'll tell the truth.
I was looking for a screwdriver to fix a loose vent.
A loose vent? Well, that sounds like a job for Eugene, doesn't it? And why on earth would you look for a screwdriver in my office?
I thought Eugene might be there.
Well, I don't ever want to see you in my office without permission again. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Mrs. Drake has asked to see you.
Again?
Just indulge her.
Mrs. Drake.
Apologize one more time for Friday's mishap. Do whatever needs to be done. We cannot afford to lose such loyal guests.
Very well, sir. Whew. I think my heart stopped beating there for a moment.
Yeah, me too. But at least I found what I was looking for.
Perfect. Now, I should probably get to it before you-know-who comes out of his office again. Keep me posted.
You know who, like Voldemort out here. Alright, perfect. Oh.
I'd like to speak to Mr. Weston. It's Bernard Leduc from the Clarendon. Yes, the hotel. All right. No. No, I do not wish to leave a message.
Uh-oh. Lots of sighing, my dude. Oh, I can like glitch in there. Hello? Okay, we'll leave.
I told him fixing the window should be a top priority.
Oh, I'd very much like to speak to him, trust me, but I just can't find him. He's nowhere to be found. Gone. Disappeared. I don't know what on earth's going on today. Is it because of that goddamn snowstorm? Or was there something in the coffee this morning?
What do you mean?
Well, the whole staff's completely off today. Shark leaving luggage carts everywhere. Wendy asking where they are. Andrew suddenly worrying about the floor tile. Oh, and that maid? What's her name? Sylvie? I never noticed how odd she is.
Sophie, you mean? I like her. She's a good girl.
You know what? I should call the city. Tell them they don't need to build that new madhouse next door. There's one right here.
Oh, Bernard, it's not that bad. I'm here, aren't I? Come here. Let me help you forget about all that for a minute.
Didn't y'all just bang? Didn't you guys just bang? By the way. Well, bang, okay? And they're doing it every hour they can get to it. So yay, we didn't get Eugene fired, so yay, but he did leave. He did leave.
Where are you going? What do you want?
Are you here to apologize?
Apologize? I'm not the one who should be apologizing.
You're such an idiot. I can't believe that I fell in love with you.
Wait.
What?
I want my mother's ring back.
What?
There. I don't feel it.
Oh my god. Wait, why did they break off? Well, that's an unexpected outcome.
No. But I like it. I feel like I'm in one of those novels I spend my days reading.
Yeah, ever read banned books?
Have you ever read banned books?
What do you mean?
You know, books banned by the church. I heard, Copernicus is a pretty interesting read.
Huh. Funny you should say that. It's on my list, actually. Although I can confirm it takes a more scientific mind than mine to enjoy it.
I suppose there's a reason why those books are illegal, right?
Well, the church did persecute Galileo for saying the Earth revolved around the sun, and not the other way around. So, Even as a man of the cloth, I don't mind saying their judgment isn't always the best.
How does he get those books?
How do you get your hands on those books? It must be pretty hard.
Well, if you know the right people in the right bookstores, you can get your hands on just about anything. It takes a lot of time and money, though. Sometimes these books come from halfway across the globe.
Oh.
Really? It must be so nice for writers to know their books travel around the world like that. Have you ever thought about being one?
A writer? Oh, oh, no. I'm terrible.
So you've tried?
I thought for a while it would be my true calling, but one of my roommates read my manuscript and assured me it wasn't for me. And what about you? Do you write?
Not really. I mean, I have this journal in which I write about my day and stuff, you know? And sometimes I scribble down some story ideas, but I've never had the time to properly develop them.
Hey, why don't you come over sometime? We could read each other's writing. What do you think?
Ooh, sure.
Okay, why not? Just promise not to laugh.
I won't laugh at yours if you don't laugh at mine. But seriously, I'm sure you're underselling yourself. With all the things you see in guests' rooms, that brain of yours must be bursting with great ideas.
Maybe. We'll see. I do the trick, so I went to the ice machine to get one.
You're a size
Why is
7,
it saying?
I suppose.
Yes,
I definitely did not walk in the blood.
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was...
Did you...
No.
No, nothing.
That's weird. It sure looks like someone poked around the crime scene. Oh well. We'll know more once the fingerprint analysis comes in.
Oh, bro.
So...
I just...
I'm afraid I don't believe that, Miss Roy. It's more than an assumption, isn't it?
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
I know you like going through your guests' personal...
Oh shit, I didn't take down the photos.
We found pictures of you.
Shit! I forgot!
Now, unless you want me to arrest you for violating your guests' privacy,
God!
I suggest you know.
All right.
We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
Alright, we'll tell him everything.
He spent some time in a psychiatric hospital after the war.
Damn, I forgot about the
That's when he got into
photos.
Mrs. Cruz's novels, and they really helped him.
Yes, I already know about his time in a madhouse. We called the place and they painted quite the picture of him. Did you ever see him display odd behavior in or around the hotel?
No. I mean, we've all got our little quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but...
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
No, nothing like that. We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines, and...
You don't seem to understand, Miss Roy. Mr. Spade is not like you and me. He may look like us, but he's not. He's dangerous and needs to be taken off the streets. So tell me, did you ever see him be violent or aggressive?
Alright, we're gonna take a stand, because this is already the shit ending that we're trying to do. I already messed up with forgetting to take down the photos of me.
You're wrong.
I beg your pardon?
He is like us. We all struggle sometimes, some of us more than others, but there's nothing wrong with that.
You may not have noticed, Miss Roy, but neither of us are in an insane asylum right now.
He was brave enough to seek help. That doesn't make him a criminal. That doesn't mean he killed Mr. Cruz.
You know, I'm starting to worry about your own mental state, Miss Roy, since you're so eager to defend...
And I worry about your ability to do your job, Detective, since you seem to be such a...
Enough!
Whoa!
One more word. Just one more word, and you'll be spending the rest of your night in a cell. Now get the hell out of here.
Holy shit! Holy shit! I did not expect that to be so dramatic.
This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
With me?
Yes. You've been quite the disappointment. Unclean rooms, several complaints from guests. I may have been too busy to notice it before, but now that it's staring me right in the face, I cannot continue to ignore it. You're fired.
What?
You can't fire me because I quit.
You can't fire me. Because I quit.
Sure. I fire you.
He
you
laughed.
Quit. It's all the same to me.
He laughed
Just
at us.
make sure to empty your locker before the end of the month. That'll be all.
Yo. Tragic ending.
Hey.
Hey,
What a week.
you don't say. So what did Bernard want with you?
Well, he was being kind of a jerk, so I quit.
You what?
I quit. I figured there was no point in staying if you were leaving.
Aww.
I'm flattered, but that really wasn't necessary.
I think it's for the best.
A Sophie's Choice. Oh god, are we drowning in bills? Oh god. But maybe we could just work under Andrew. Maybe that would be our happy ending. So that's Sophie's Choice. I think that's all the endings for this. We're gonna go back to that save and make like all the wrong decisions. Every wrong decision we can make. We gotta ruin everything. So we need to throw away
Is this about
everything.
Does that mean
Okay. I'm just gonna go grab the ice pick at this point. We need to throw away everything and we need to do it badly. We need to leave doors open. We need to, we need to, what else?
hold on to this?
Diary at the ice machine. So that means I have to step in the blood. But that's okay, because this one we need to make sure we do a lot of footprints. Is this the diary? What is this?
Poor Paul. Lindsay's death really hit him. 9:45? Looks like Paul had to stop writing in a hurry. What happened? I was listening to the radio at the time. Did the music drown out the noise?
So this happened early on, whatever happened. And it's covered in blood.
No, she was done with her research.
Yep, make lots of footprints. Even the tiniest bit of footprints. Evidence at the elevator. We took care of diary at the ice machine. But not the camera or the paper. Alright, we need to clean out 505 completely after we restore the power. So we also just need to leave doors open. We also need to open this. We have it. It's 23. That's, okay, whatever. We haven't opened this ever in a playthrough, so it's 23.
Damn it.
42. And 16. What's in here? SW! You ruined my life, you fucking moron. I lost my house, my family, everything. And now you refuse to pay the money you owe me? For years I gave you my hard-earned money. It was all for nothing. I hope you know the All-American burn in hell. Woman and 3 children killed in a house fire. Oh my god. The Williams house, located on 32nd Street, is a total loss. 4 members of a family died in a residential fire last night. According to police and firefighters, flames were seen coming from the 2-story house by a neighbor at around 3 a.m. It took firefighters about 1 hour to extinguish the blaze. The bodies of a woman and 3 children were found in the house. Police identified the victim as Meredith Williams, 32, and her children Thomas, 12, David, 9, and Sarah, 6. Samuel Williams, the husband, managed to escape the house unharmed.
Bodies of a woman and 3 children. 3 children.
Oh! 504! There isn't actually children there. There's 3 little... Oh my god. It was him. Yo! Wait, that actually makes so much sense. Sorry, I'm just opening some doors and, leaving things unlocked. I've always wondered if 504 was ever going to be introduced.
Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby.
A missing piece. I couldn't resist circling back to room 509 one final time. Call it a gut feeling or something. I managed to open the safe and found a gun, a newspaper clipping, and an aggressive note accusing Hector and the insurance company he worked for of ruining the sender's life. It's signed SW. So that's when it hit me. The guest in room 504 is a man staying alone with 3 singed teddy bears. Does that mean what I think it means? Is SW here at the Clarendon? And if so, is he the one responsible for Hector's fate? Samuel Williams. Samuel Williams is a client of Hector Cruz. He lost his wife and 3 children in a residential fire, but Cruz's company refused to pay his insurance claim. Holding Hector responsible for his current situation, Williams has been sending him death threats, and it would seem Hector took the threat seriously enough considering he brought a gun on his wedding anniversary trip. Now, if my hunch is correct, it would seem Williams is staying at the Clarendon in room 504. Those 3 singed teddy bears that I saw in the room when cleaning it this morning, at first they seemed just a little odd, and now they're downright tragic. Did Williams act on his death threats and he was responsible for Hector's fate? That's crazy. If that's actually what just happened. Oh, did I not go through any of this? Okay, we ain't got time for that. Alright, I still need to follow the guide. But that's insane. Okay, so it has nothing to do with the guy upstairs. At all. So we need to... Oh, it says also leave safe drawers open. Do I need to open the drawers in here? Maybe ones that matter? I don't know. Whatever. I was here. This is crazy. This is insane. I love this little mystery. I love it. Alright, we need to take the keys back. We left that all scattered. Oh! I hope that doesn't mess us up because I didn't... Oh, they're still... That's fine. Do we need to keep the keys? And don't put the keys back. Ah, it's fine. We are being the messiest we can be. Well, it does say clean out 507, but hang on, let's go do 505 first. I'll probably cut this out. I mean, what's the point of watching me do this? I'm literally throwing away everything.
Back to my cart.
How can I clean at a time like this, though? Just to be honest, like... we're just gonna leave it like that? Okay. Oh, this thing. Oh, wait, no, open that. Inspect. Throw that away. Throw that away. Secret notes on the table. Oh, these things? Okay. 5th floor hallway, diary at the ice machine, evidence at the elevator, reception. Alright, I think we're good to go down now. That's insane that this dude is the murderer. We started in this room. I didn't clean this room. And I was wondering, I was like, he only has men's clothes. Why did she comment on that? Even though there's 3 teddy bears. I thought just one child had 3 teddy bears. And yet, here we are. Okay, well, let's go down to the lobby now. Alright, and then here, we're supposed to get rid of these things.
Ben and Marcella really are planning to run off together.
Letter, railway tickets, plus brochure. We'll look at it all, and then we'll get rid of it.
That's about as far from Montreal as
and the letter? Is this what it means by the letter?
Want to meet Bernard? Okay, I can see how this can make.
All right, let's see if we actually get the ending. I think we're gonna get
a lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
Oh, nope. I didn't do anything. Suspicious officer.
No, nothing.
That's weird. It sure looks like someone poked around the crime scene. Oh well. We'll know more once the fingerprint analysis comes in, won't we?
Won't we?
What did you do after
Wow, but we're just gonna do, it's just an assumption.
I just assumed. What with all the blood?
I'm afraid I don't believe that, Miss Roy. It's more than an assumption, isn't it?
I'm not sure I understand what you...
I know you like going through your guests' personal belongings. Safes in suitcases left by
I was like, how do you know that?
Makeshift keys left inside of locks. You haven't exactly been subtle about it, have you? Odd. Both Mr. Spade and Mrs. Cruz are prime suspects in this case, and yet we have very little evidence on either of them. It's almost as if someone has cleaned up after them.
Like a maid?
I really hope I'm wrong, though.
It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens. They are not mincing their words when it comes to Bernard and his management. This doesn't look good for the hotel.
Bernard and his management. I guess let me read this a little properly. Opened in 1921, founded by Bernard Leduc, the establishment enjoyed years of success as it saw visitors from around the world walk through its doors. Like many hotels, however, the Clarington took a significant hit during the crash of '29, which led to the Bernard Leduc taking his own life. Whoa! Ownership of the hotel then passed on to Bernard's oldest son, Raymond Leduc, who cut prices in an attempt to attract a new kind of clientele. What was once a high-class establishment became known as a hub of sexual deviancy and eccentricity, with the offbeat Raymond Leduc as its center. "There are always some party going on," said one anonymous source of her stay at the Clarington years ago. "Lots of colorful folk piling into that old ballroom. Men in women's clothes, and guests speaking in incomprehensible tongues." You mean different languages? Oh my god, the racism. The homophobics. In 1955, Bernard Leduc stepped in to replace his brother at the Clarington's helm. From the onset, he promised that he would return the hotel to its former glory. However, the debacle in which he now finds himself highlights the extent of Leduc's failure at restoring his father's legacy. Author Yates, a former regular client at the Clarington, remarked that a murder at the hotel was no surprise, despite Leduc's promise of big changes. Yates has left the impression that the hotel was the same as it always was, but with a new coat of paint and a steeper price tag. Faulty elevators, broken floorboards covered with the carpet, and shifty-looking men loitering in the hallways was among some of what he observed during his most recent stay. Yates, as well as a number of other clients, have been relocated to the Queen's Summit Hotel in the wake of Mr. Cruz's murder. While a comeback is not impossible, recent precedent does not favor the Clarington's fate. The Rosewood Hotel saw its doors close within a year after its name became associated with the kidnapping of Bella O'Neill in 1948, the drowning of the Carlson twins at the Regal Memorial Inn in 1952 marred its reputation so deeply that the owner was forced to sell the property. So what does this mean? What's happening, Bernard?
I'll go in.
Hi, Bernard. What do you got for me this time? He said he sounded exhausted on the phone.
Right. Come in.
Bro, why is he nervous?
So, I suppose you know why you're here?
Is it about the murder?
I would guess it has something to do with the murder.
Well, as you may be aware, the hotel's reputation has taken a solid hit. We've been mocked and ridiculed by the papers. It's truly humiliating. And that's not even the worst of it. With a story like this, guests may not flood through our doors again for a very long time. If ever, I may have no choice but to sell the hotel. Just years of arduous work gone down the drain. Anyway, it's clear now that we're going to have to tighten our belts for at least a couple of months. Which means cutting off dead weight.
Cutting off dead weight.
I'm the dead weight.
Yes. You've been quite the disappointment. Unclean rooms, several complaints from guests. I may have been too busy to notice it before, but now that it's staring me right in the face, I cannot continue to ignore it. You're fired.
What?
I think this is fine. We'll beg, but I don't think he'll let us keep the job.
Please, sir, I really need this job.
Spare me the begging.
But
I've made my decision and it's final. Make sure to empty your locker before the end of the month. That'll be all.
Oh, the police!
Hey, it's that detective. What's he doing here?
He's coming for me!
Let's not make a scene, all right?
A scene? What's going on?
Andrew, it's okay.
I warned you where obstruction of justice would get you, Miss Roy. So here we are. You're under arrest.
What? This is nonsense.
Sorry, Andrew.
What are you doing? You can't just... You can't... They can't just...
Oh, we give him heartbreak. I'm glad we didn't kiss him. Damn. Dead end and gone. Police stumped in Clarendon Hotel murder investigation. We made it so they can't make any progress. Method acting. Oh, we got the other ones. He's acting. Paul, really? Aww. We haven't seen this before. And they make it out. Look at that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Her husband following them? That's scary. Oh, but look at them. Happy. Together. Flourishing. Bye-bye, Bernard. Oh shit, I didn't know he was gonna get that. And this bed we made. Oh, we can see him. We got out. Oh, that's actually really sweet. It didn't ruin our relationship. Everyone gets a happy ending. We do still have 2 more, or maybe just 1 more ending to get. But we can't... We gotta tell the truth about, who the actual murderer is now. So we'll just do that real quick, and... try not to lie, I guess, about what happened. And do not throw away the information that is needed. You know, while I have been cleaning this room, I'm going to try to be a good maid. I realized that the mirrors are either put down or covered up. And it just makes me wonder that this dude can't even look at himself because his family's dead. And that's really sad. I do like the idea that we find the body, right? And then we start to realize, oh god, they're gonna falsely accuse our good friends. They're not our friends. We've never... our good friends. And Paul and Marcella, so we just go and cover their tracks so they're not seen as weirdos.
I don't think I'll need this again.
Like, there's a dead body right there. And I've decided, yes, I'm gonna clean out every fucking room. Also, I glitched out a pillow. I picked up the pillow earlier to look at the book in this room, but then I put the pillow in another room, but it glitched out the other pillow that was in the same room, so I can't really add another pillow, unfortunately. Also, I can't believe we can't just rip this whole thing down. Like, that's suspicious as fuck, but no evidence. No evidence. But I don't see how you can get this frickin'... Like, I don't see how you can get this diary otherwise. It's not like it lets me reach from, like, far away to grab it. Please. Throw it away. And then I leave a few footprints, but we can be like, yeah, we did touch something. Because what can I do otherwise?
Anything.
See, the guide's telling me to say no, nothing. We don't want to tell them that we touched anything.
No. No, nothing.
That's weird.
We might get sent to
sure
jail
looks like
again.
Someone poked around the crime scene. Oh well. We'll know more once the fingerprint.
Yeah, okay.
So, what did you do after restoring
This
the
is
power?
what really will
I
change
took
the course of
elevator
the
down to
ending.
lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
Mr. Cruz received some death threats. This is the ultimate ending here.
Well, I know about Mr. Cruz's angry customer. The one who sent him death threats.
Oh, yes, we found those. But the customer in question lives back in Texas, so there's no way he could have killed Mr. Cruz.
Actually, I think he may be staying at the hotel.
Have you encountered him?
No. In room 504, there's a guest who seems to be traveling alone. Yet, he has these 3 teddy bears in his room. Mr. Cruz's customer lost his 3 children in a fire, and these bears are slightly burnt. So...
Oh.
An interesting deduction.
Ooh.
I'll look into that.
We helped?
But how do you even know about the death threats?
And this is where we lie and say, Mr. Cruz told me. We can't say we've been snooping around. Mr. Cruz is dead, so he'll have to take our word for it or not.
Mr. Cruz told me the other day.
Really? Was he in the habit of talking about his personal life with hotel maids?
I really can't say what his habits were, but he seemed to like me.
Then maybe you'll be able to answer 1 or 2 of my questions.
I'll do my best.
We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade.
And these should be like deny.
What can you tell me about him?
We don't know nothing. I don't know anything.
I don't really know anything about him. He seems nice, though.
You wouldn't be trying to protect him, would you, Miss Roy? Because that could land you in jail.
But he has no evidence that I am.
I'm not.
Let's try something else then. The victim's wife, Marcella Cruz. Apparently she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
I don't know much. Only that she looks like a loving, caring wife.
Does she? It's very odd. Both Mr. Spade and Mrs. Cruz are prime suspects in this case, and yet we have very little evidence on either of them. It's
they didn't do
almost
it.
as if someone has cleaned up after them.
They didn't do it! And you have no evidence against me.
I hope I'm wrong, though. Because if I'm right, that would be obstruction of justice, and the people, or person, responsible could face very serious consequences. But hey, I guess we'll know soon enough.
I still might get arrested because of my footprints, and I denied it. But that's what the guy told me to do, so we shall see what happens. We shall see what happens. Oh, wow, I didn't realize it was updating it. Oh. I didn't know they were updating it like that much. Oh, that's cool. I don't want to read that because we already know everything. But that's really cool. Sorry I didn't read those before. So the hotel doesn't look good because there's no one else to blame besides Bernard.
If ever, I may have no choice but to sell the hotel. Just years of arduous work.
I think that's for the best. Bernard does not need to be in charge of this place. He's the deviant here.
Anyway, it's clear now that we're going to have to tighten our belts for at least a couple of months. Which means cutting off dead weight.
He's still firing me?
I suppose I'm the dead weight.
Yes. I mean, not you specifically, but some of your colleagues certainly are. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately.
Nice.
Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. We'll see for the future, but for now, you'll be allowed to continue working here.
Allowed to continue.
Thank you.
I'm not done. The police have finished their investigation and left a mess on the 5th floor.
What?
I want you to clean it up.
You want me to go back there?
Yes. Why not?
I found a dead body on that floor. I'm not going back.
I'll make this simple for you. If you don't do it, you're fired.
What? He's such an asshole. You want me to go up there and clean... I feel like we need the job because we already know what happens. She's like swamped in bills and stuff. But damn, this really shows that we have no backbone. No backbone for this. What the hell? We're gonna quit. And then maybe we'll reload and see what the other option does for us. I don't think it'll actually make us go up to the 5th floor. I don't think it'll actually do that. But we're quitting right now.
You can't fire me. Because I quit.
Sure. I fire you.
Wow, he's an asshole.
It's all the same to me. Just make sure to empty your locker before
Oh, but if we did stay, we would have been under Raymond instead. Shit, maybe I should have done that. I'm trying to give like the perfect ending. The perfect ending. Hey, well, hey, guess what we're finally doing, guys? After how many times we've seen this scene? Well, I've seen this scene. I don't know how many times you guys have seen this scene.
Hey.
Hey. I'm really glad I have you in my life.
Me too.
We're kissing him.
Can I?
Kiss me?
Yes.
Please do.
That was...
Yeah, it was.
The only kissing we care about in this game. Kissing Beth or Andrew.
I've been thinking about Paul a lot.
Oh, really? Should I be jealous?
No, not in that way. I've been thinking about what he went through. And you as well. How you've been ashamed of something you have no control over. How I've been ashamed of my own mother. I don't want to be ashamed of her anymore. And I don't want to be ashamed of you.
Well, then let's be shameless together. Look, it may be hard at first, but I have a feeling a wind of change is about to blow. One day, struggling with your own mind won't be any more shameful than having chickenpox.
I really hope that's true.
It will be.
Oh shit, they're gonna arrest me.
Hey, it's that detective. What's he doing here?
Fuck.
What are you doing?
Even though I gave them the key to help them.
You can't
figure out the case.
You can't just...
Andrew, it's okay. I'll get out. I'll be fine. Let's see the results. I'm sure everyone else is living a happy life, right? The real culprit? Question mark. Disgruntled client. We got a platinum. We did it! Right, everyone else is happy, but I guess I have to take the fall so everyone else can be happy, huh? Guess we didn't need a job after all. Wait, whoa, 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 who's that? Please stop. Oh, we get a kiss scene. Nice. We're out, baby! We didn't need that job anyway. Well, we got all the achievements. We've seen every ending. We got the real culprit, question mark? Why was it a question mark? Was that not the real culprit? What if it was actually Marcella? Wow, if you guys are still with me by the end of this, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I love a good mystery detective game, and I wish I could play more of them. I want to play more of them. I like the whole... I like the setting, but I don't like some of the stuff that was talked about, like the homophobics, the raids on the gays, the mindset of people with mental illnesses back then, and even now, kind of still. It makes you see like how far we have come with accepting gay people and accepting people who have mental illnesses. But still how far we have to go still, because there's still discrimination even now. It's really sad, but I did enjoy this game. I did like that it explored topics such as this, and I did like that the good endings for the characters was protecting them for things they were just living, for the truths that they live. And the real deviant was definitely Bernard and Linda. And the actual murderer, which I guess was SW. It says question mark. I don't know why it says question mark. Why does it seem like he's not the murderer? Like, what does that mean? But that's crazy. I'm glad it all tied back in to the person staying at 504. That was actually really good. It was very short, and honestly, cleaning everything was very tedious at the end when you're trying to get the other endings. It took me hours to complete this, whereas I don't know. I didn't have saves for Beth, so we're not going back for Beth. That's why we had all good things for Andrew. But I think it is curious to see Beth in the position of Andrew, especially with those last scenes where we got sent to jail. I think it'd be really nice to see Beth in there, but I think I'll just find someone else who's done that, maybe, and watch that, because I don't want to play this again. I played it way too long. Way too long, like 6 hours just to get all the achievements, plus the 6 hours I think I played originally. Maybe less than that, I don't know. Either way, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm glad I took the time to get it, or it was gifted to me for Christmas, and I'm glad I played it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And I will see you guys in the next video, the next series. Bye!